Good morning, great Americans. This is another great American mini video, super short video, because I'm just going to ask a quick question regarding uh, Jimmy Kimmel and all the stuff that's floating around about Jimmy Kimmel, which ties into Charlie Kirk, which is the big story, still the big story. But Jimmy Kimmel, I hope today my fervent prayer and hope is that there are at least some Democrat voters who finally, I mean, who finally see how the mainstream media and Democrat politicians lie through their teeth to you because they think you are stupid and they want to take advantage of what they think is your stupidity. I hope there's at least a few of you who now see what liars the fake news media and CNN and MSNBC are. So what am I talking about? Everybody on the left is crying about Jimmy Kimmel getting suspended. And they're like, well, there was a couple of these idiots likened it to North Korea and freedom of speech, and it's the end of democracy, and blah, blah, blah. But there's one, but here's the thing, and I know you know this. Trump didn't cancel him. The government didn't cancel him. The government did not step in and tell them. This was a pure business decision on the part of the Disney Corporation. Disney weighed, they calculated the numbers, and they decided that the outrage from the public over Kimmel's remarks about Charlie Kirk far outweighed his usefulness because his ratings are in the tank, right? So if you're a business person and you're running a television network and you got this guy, right? And on the one hand, half the American people are outraged over him and they want him removed. And the other hand, you realize that this guy is not really making you any money because his ratings are in the tank and he sucks. The wise business move is to get rid of him. It's business. And here's the irony. Not only are these left-wing liberal fake news outlets lying about this somehow being equivalent to North Korea and destroying democracy and all that, but by criticizing a business making a simple business decision, which is the heart of capitalism. I mean, that's how you. Well, it's not the heart of capitalism, but it's part of capitalism. You run a business, you make business decisions that are good for your business. They actually are mad at them. They and so who's really attacking democracy? It's the left because they're mad at a business decision. Now, thankfully, there actually are one or two, just it's a small, tiny minority, but there are one or two left-wing Democrats who are actually telling the truth. Chris Cuomo, who is a moron and an idiot, and he's on the wrong side of just about every issue. To his credit, he did a good analysis on this particular topic, and I'll even put a link to that in this video. So my point is, ladies and gentlemen, super quick video. If you're a Democrat voter and you did not learn your lesson about fake news when they lied about Russia, when they lied about uh, 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 about Trump's taxes. I could just think of a million things that they've lied about, right? And even Kimmel himself saying that Charlie's murderer was one of the MAGA gang, which was a disgusting thing to say. The killer was part of the transgender violent left. which, by the way, is becoming more and more revealed about that. I will put a link to something very fascinating. There is actually a violent uh, uh, transgender gun organization that militant that trains to be in a hot civil war, and they're transgenders. I mean, what what is this? You know, well, I don't want to digress into other issues, but the left and their years of trying to tell us that transgenders are normal, and the stupid idiots who actually believe, and these fools and morons who walk around with their signs that say trans rights, transgender people are sick, demented, often violent. They kill people, and they also kill themselves. They have a super high uh, um, suicide rate because they're mentally unstable. You know, so the less. But anyway, so I just my hope today is that the just the obvious, patent, in your face lies that the Democrats and the mainstream media are saying about the Jimmy Kimmel. I hope that is enough to finally move you into admitting that fake news truly is fake news. And they've lied to everything they've been saying about Trump, you know, is a lie. And what they said about Charlie Kirk is a lie. And what they've been saying for years about transgenders is a lie. And I'm sorry, but Trump is not Hitler, and Trump is not a Nazi, and Trump is not destroying democracy like the fake news media said. In fact, those things they said led directly to 3 assassinations on Trump, to the murder of Catholic school children, to the murder of that young Ukrainian girl, to the murder of Charlie Kirk, and apparently there was a murder that was going to be uh, done on a Republican governor, but they busted him, and they found the guns. I'll put a link to that in here too. So time to wise up, folks. Time to wise up. Stop watching fake news and watch real news. And to that end, that's why I created Great American Real News Links. I provide you with links to real news sites, right? And I will add that also into the description of this video. So that's it, a little quickie for today. Remember to vote red in the upcoming midterms. We must vote red and get more Republicans in Congress in the upcoming midterms. And I will see you in the next Great American video. Adios, muchachos.